So I just turned 53 and I have no savings, but I'm actually very excited. I'll tell you in a second. But yeah, I don't have a 401. I don't have an IRA. I don't have any savings, but I'm very happy, and I'm going to talk about why. So here's the thing. I've been struggling for the last 10 years to make passive income. You know, when I was in my 20s, I wanted to be a rock and roll star. I know it's funny now. You know, I didn't make it far. In fact, if anything, I became an alcoholic and almost killed myself instead of being a rock star. And I wound up in the restaurant industry, making 11 bucks an hour flipping burgers for a living. And that's where alcohol got me. I could barely hold a job. I was getting wasted every night. And so I was like approaching my 40s in the restaurant industry. And I was like, I have to do something with my life. Like, I didn't have any college. You know, I dropped out of college 5 times. I didn't have a degree. I didn't have any experience. The only thing I had experience doing was flipping burgers, some manual labor, you know, in construction, basic construction. Like, they didn't trust me with a hammer. And so I was in my 40s and my back was starting to hurt and I was getting older and I'm still flipping burgers or washing dishes. And I'm like, I have to do something with my life. So I started to learn how to make money online. And now this isn't some kind of, you know, I made $1 million last year. I'm not going to say that. Okay. I'm going to just be very real with you. And anyone can do what I did. There's no like secret hack. There's no course that I'm trying to sell. This is just me, okay? I'm just being transparent. So my whole life I wanted to make a lot of money. I mean, to be honest, I was a greedy little kid and always loved money. So in my 40s, I started to learn how to make money online because I saw the passive income. In fact, when I finally got sober, I created a digital music album because I played drums and guitar, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a music album. And so because I was sober, so all this creative energy came back. And so I created the music album, and I didn't get any sales for like 6 months. And finally, someone uploaded one of my MP4 songs. Someone uploaded that or downloaded that in Japan. And I made like $1. But what was interesting was I made a sale basically while I was sleeping because I'm in America, they're in Asia, different time zones. So when I woke up in the morning, I had a commission or a sale. And even though it was $1 or 50 cents or whatever it was, I was hooked. I was like, I want to make money while I sleep. All right? And there's a lot of people that they try things, they try making money online, they give up, they don't do enough, they're not consistent enough, they don't have enough tenacity. And you know, it's rare for someone to just keep going and keep going and keep going, but I had nothing else. I had nothing to lose. I mean, I was already a loser. I was 42 flipping burgers for a living, and I couldn't even be a waiter because of social anxiety. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just stay in the kitchen. And I stayed in the kitchen for like 20 years, just cutting cases of onions, laying bacon on sheet pans, you know, just brainless stuff. And I was fine with that because I was getting drunk every night and I was always hungover. So I didn't want to do anything at work but space out and cut onions all day. But when I got sober and started learning ways to make money passively, and I made a sale overnight in Asia, I was like, I'm hooked. I want more of this. So I started doing videos about home businesses, making money online, side hustles, basically network marketing and affiliate marketing. You know, sharing a link online, and if someone buys through your link, you get a commission. Network marketing is even better, I think, because if you build a team, then you get paid every month on that team. And that's how these network marketing leaders can make $100,000 a month. So I might not have savings, I might not have an IRA, but I'm making about $18,000 a month working 1 or 2 hours a day. And it's been that way for the last 3 years. And I'm also getting into high paying dividend ETFs that pay weekly. So I might not have savings, but I'm getting dividends, or I will be getting dividends. Right now I'm in a I'm in an XRP growth ETF that has skyrocketed 100% in 2 weeks. XRP ETFs are the latest, coolest ETFs to come out. If you know anything about Ethereum ETFs, they just came out a couple months ago, and they're already, tens of billions are already in those funds. And XRP is going to be the latest ETF bull run, so to speak. So I work 1 or 2 hours a day, making $18,000 a month. There's no guarantee on income. This video is for educational purposes only. But after 10 years of hustle, I finally got my life to where I want it. Working about an hour a day, making multiple 6 figures a year, just as much as a doctor or a lawyer. I don't have any student loans. You know, a lot of people have student loans. I hear it all the time on on Dave Ramsey's show. People call in and say, well, my husband has $200,000 in student loans. I have $200,000 in student loans. Basically, we owe, our college. We owe college $500,000, and we're making $200,000 a year, working 12 hours a day, and we owe on our cars. You know, you just hear it all the time. Americans are stretched thin. They're putting everything on credit cards to try to look cool to their neighbors, trying to keep up with the Joneses. I don't have any of that. I don't have any student loans. We're renting this house. I don't want home insurance. I just canceled my health insurance. $2,000 a month for my wife and I. Now, we live in North Carolina. So if you don't have health insurance, they knock off 50% on your health bill. So might as well just set money aside for health insurance instead of paying this $2,000 a month. So it's all about keeping it simple and passive income and being in the hottest ETFs. So, and I'm still sober, and 53 feels great. I'm heading into a dry fast for the next 5-10 days, trying to transform my body, my spirit, my spiritual side. And I found Jesus 10 years ago. Everything is ramping up. It's doing good. So you can create any life you want. If I can be a college dropout loser making $11 an hour in the restaurants and transform my life in just 5 to 10 years, then anyone can. I even have a little mild autism. You know, I still have social problems. I don't like hanging out in groups. I don't have any friends except for online. But if any of this resonates with you, please subscribe. And if you're looking for a side hustle, click the link under this video. And if you want to see what I'm doing with my portfolio on Robinhood, with the XRP ETFs and the high dividend weekly paying ETFs, then subscribe to the channel. Love you guys. We're doing this together. God bless you, and we'll see you at the top.